Okay, I left for 3 days and this is what my tomatoes did behind my back. Yeah, I've got problems. Today I'm going to show you exactly what went wrong, how fast it happened, and how to fix it before it ruins your entire crop. We're right on the edge of the farm market season, and if I don't get this under control now, this whole run could be a total loss. I'm dealing with two issues, blossom end rot and a magnesium deficiency. I'll show you what caused it, what I changed, and what you need to watch for. So first, blossom end rot. See that dark sunken spot? That's not a disease. That's a calcium delivery problem. Calcium is what strengthens young fruit, and if the plant doesn't get enough while the tomato is forming, the cells literally collapse right there at the blossom end. And here's the thing, most of the time it's not because you don't have calcium, it's because the plants can't get it. Number one, inconsistent water. Even brief dryouts or wet, dry stress cycles can trigger this. Number two, high temperatures. When it gets hot, the plant starts pulling water fast, but sends the calcium to the leaves instead of the fruit. And number three, too much potassium or magnesium. They can actually lock out calcium, even if it's sitting right there in your nutrients. So let me tell you what I did. We actually took a few days and stepped away from the farm, heading down to Hocking Hills State Park just to breathe a little. And we spent most of our time hiking through Old Man's Cave, walking through those winding trails, down through the gorge, and those massive rock cliffs rising up on both sides. These are the moments where the light filters through the trees, hits the stone, and everything just kind of glows. You've got water moving through the falls, dripping down the rock walls, and crossing those old stone bridges. And for a moment, it doesn't even feel like you're still in Ohio. And honestly, it was so nice just to shut off my brain for a bit. No checking nutrient levels, no watching temperatures, no worrying about what the plants were doing. But while we were out there, everything back at the greenhouse was still moving. Then the weather turned fast. Full-on summer conditions, and we weren't set up for it before we left. So by the time we got back, the greenhouse had a different story to tell. And that is where the problem started. Sunny, hot, humid. I didn't have the wet well running, and this greenhouse spiked to over 90 degrees, and my watering schedule wasn't set for a hot, sunny condition. So what happened was the plants got stressed, dried out briefly, and boom, look at this, blossom end rot. Lesson learned, next time I leave, I'm studying the weather like it's my full-time job. So my job today, I'm going to go through every plant and clip off every fruit that has blossom end rot, because these will not recover. But by removing them, it helps the plant focus on the healthy tomatoes. And if I do that, I should be able to save the good fruit in time for the farm market. And if you want to see how we actually set this whole hydroponic system up, tap this video right here. And if that wasn't enough, I've got a second issue, a magnesium deficiency. You'll see yellowing between the veins on the leaves, usually starting on the older ones first, and then leaves start getting thick, almost puckered. Why it happens? Number one, too much potassium or calcium. Number two, your EC is too high and the plants can't pull up the magnesium. And number three, pH is out of range. Tomatoes like about 5.5 to 6.0 range, and I'm pretty good about holding the tomato pH at 5.8. And this one was on me. My Blue Lab Guardian monitor was showing my pH and EC right where I wanted it, but I wasn't seeing any improvement. In fact, my younger tomatoes started to be impacted, so I decided to test the nutrient water at the emitters. I just put a cup under it, collected some, checked it with my handheld meter. pH was 5.0. Way too low. And when the pH is that low, the plant can't take up the magnesium properly. So here's the quick fix. 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt to 1 gallon of water, and you spray the leaves. And then the big one, clean the EC probe, calibrated the pH probe, and adjusted the dosatrons to bring the pH to the sweet spot of about 5.8. And here's something you need to remember. These damaged leaves, they're not going to recover. They're going to really stay ugly. But as the plant grows, we'll remove them as the new growth comes in and they'll be nice and healthy. Because remember, these are indeterminate, so they keep growing up on the top and we lean and lower them. And honestly, I'm really glad this happened now because I still got time to fix it before the farm market starts. So yeah, my tomatoes tried to fall apart while I was gone. You know, the greenhouse flooded 3 weeks ago. The pH and EC probes went offline all at the same time frame. And at this point, I just have to laugh because if I wasn't, I'd be crying. But I'm getting everything back in line again. If you're growing tomatoes, especially in the greenhouse, make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to walk you through everything we're doing this season. The wins, and apparently the mistakes too. And thanks for watching today. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave them down below. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next video.